Welcome, friends, to a Sunday afternoon edition of Crime Time with DutyRon. Guys and girls, you know the drill. If you like all things true crime related from the police detective's perspective, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you'll get all things DutyRon and Ed Wallace when we go live or upload another video. Hey, today I wanted to get into a conversation with you guys. Bryan Kohberger's attorney, Ann Taylor, is taking a lot of heat online in the social media, Twitter spheres, Facebook groups, Twitter spaces, and our social media is blowing up with this controversy of a conflict of interest. It's not only on social media and web sleuths and internet detectives talking about it, it's on national news. News Nation's been covering it, Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, you name it. You know, they're covering it. They've talked about it. It's something that's going on because we have a gag order in place, right? So there's not a lot for people to interview news wise. So they're going to all of these small details, and they're actually, according to some criminal defense attorneys and some who I really respect a lot, like the lawyer and Andrea Burkhart and Joe Murray, they all have put out conversations about this, and we're going to get into it with you guys. But before we get into that, I want to just say a special thank you to you, the subscribers, the live viewers, the replay viewers, the channel members, the moderators, the Patreon supporters, everybody who comes here on Crime Time with DutyRon. You know, the people who leave super chats and super thanks and all of the love that you send to Ed Wallace and I. We want to give you thanks and praise first and foremost, right out of the gate. We want to thank you guys, because without you all here, we don't have a community, and community means so much to me. So thank you. Ray Kelly is here. Tony D, Lost is Not Alone from EquiSearch is in the chat. I see so many folks coming in, new, returning, old, and everything in between. Dawn Marie, Heather whatever, Peggy Gallagher's here, Maria Backstrand, Scotty Wagner, retired NYPD first grade detective from the housing, good old housing brother from another mother. Kel is in the building. Sergeant George Ishak, thank you for being here. Nikki Bella, Johnny Smith, Jeffrey S., Jen Best, the list goes on and on. I want to thank you guys again. Thank you for the support that you continually give Crime Time with DutyRon in the community here. You guys are what we rely on and what we love. Texas Lassie, oh, how are you? Great to see you. Thank you for joining, and congratulations on the new bundle of joy that joined the Texas Lassie family. So congratulations. Love and respect to everybody here. We as a nation, as a world, are still, reeling over the events that took place on January 7th in Tennessee, and we're all trying to heal together as a nation, as a world together. This is worldwide. This news out of Memphis, Tennessee is just horrifying. But I want to stick to the topic here. But before we jump into it, I want to send prayers, strength, and positive vibes to this victim and the family, also to the community down in Memphis, Tennessee, who are hurting. They're continuing to hurt. This is a wound that will never heal. And hopefully sooner than later, we can get down to the bottom of things and get something changed and go in the right direction. So I assembled you guys here today. Heather, whatever, good to see you. I assembled you guys here for a good reason. Andrea Burkhart, she's a criminal defense attorney out of the state of Washington. I had a conversation with her when I went live 3 nights ago about this conflict of interest, right? By a show of hands in the chat, who feels there is a conflict of interest with Ann Taylor still to this day? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel there is a conflict of interest. Put a 2 in the chat if you've learned and understood and got educated by listening to folks like Andrea Burkhart and the lawyer, Peter Tragos, and so many more that are out there. There's so many really good ones on YouTube. A 1 if you feel that there's if there's a conflict. A 2 if you got the education and you understand it. So if we can today, I want to present to you part one. Okay, part one. I think I just switched that up, but you guys got it. You guys got what I mean. She put out a part one early this morning on her channel, Andrea Burkhart. She's a criminal defense attorney. She knows the law. She knows, she does her homework. She's studied the case law and so forth. And she did a 8-minute video on this case. I want to share it with you guys. I have linked her channel in the description. She gave me permission to share this. When I spoke to her 3 nights ago, she gave me a real hard breakdown of why it wasn't a conflict of interest. And I got to be honest with you, for me, I actually felt a little weird about it, right? I'm not an expert when it comes to criminal defense attorneys. Ed and I, our expertise is in a different part of the criminal justice field. It's early on in the process where we make a summary arrest and we bring somebody in. So I didn't feel comfortable with just expressing my feelings. Like I was expressing conflict of interest thoughts and feelings from my heart and from what was ethically right and what seemed right to me, right? But I was quickly educated by Andrea and by watching Pete Tragos, the lawyer you know. So I yield to the pros because I don't want to spoon feed. Wow. I don't want to spoon feed you guys what my heart feels. I want to spoon feed everybody what is the real deal, like what it really is legally, whether we like it or not, right? None Your Business says Jagaloons with a heart. Let's give None Your Business a little bit of airtime. Jagaloons. There's a lot of Jagaloons out there. They like to run with their thoughts and feelings, and they like to spread the misinformation. But I'm blaming also social, not so just only social media. I'm blaming the mainstream media because they ran with this conflict of interest thing too. So yeah, Crime on a Dime says ethically wrong, but legally correct. There you go. That's well said right there. Well said. Teresa B says, I know the laws, but I feel it's not right. It's not about the feelings. It's not about our feelings, right? So again, I want to play this presentation for you guys. Andrea, she knows her stuff. I was going to say the S word. She knows her she knows her hold on. She knows her I was able to say it and beep it out. Andrea knows her so does Peter Tragos. He knows his but I always get Dawn Marie to start laughing. There's again, you're going to be some of the folks who feel like this is going to be room for a mistrial. You're going to be sadly mistaken by the pros. So I'm going to play this little clip from Andrea Burkhart. She uploaded it today. It's going to be linked in my channel here in the description. So you could go and watch the full video and support her channel, subscribe to her channel if you want to learn about the legal process. So let's listen to the short little clip and then we'll go from here. I'll stop it along the way and we'll give a little commentary on it. So here's Andrea. I love her. She's a great person. I consider her a friend and she's very smart. So here we go.
Kohberger prosecution until June, take place in the Bryan Kohberger prosecution until June. And with a gag order in place preventing details of the investigation that's ongoing from being made public, I guess it's not really that surprising that some voices in the media are resorting to trying to gin up a story where none in fact exists. So yeah, guys.
So she just called out, and I'm not going to do this throughout the course of the video, but she just said in her opening statement that some folks in the media, and she's kinder than I am. I called out Ashley Banfield, News Nation. I called out CNN and all of the mainstream media and some of the smaller outfits as well. Andrea is being nice here, but she's basically saying that because of the gag order and they have nothing to talk about, they're going to bring up and run with this bull crap. So
public. I guess it's not really that surprising that some voices in the media are resorting to trying to gin up a story where none, in fact, exists. So yeah, guys, we're going to be talking about conflicts of interest. So if you've been following this case, you know that the latest story to be featured involves...
Coincidentally, I love that music that she plays. I wish she would play just a little bit, maybe 10 seconds more.
The prior representations of Ann Taylor, the public defender who was appointed to represent Bryan Kohberger. Information has emerged that Ann Taylor has previously represented Cara Northington, the mother of Xana Northington, one of the victims in the case. She was representing, at least on record, Cara Northington on a pending charge at the time that she was appointed to Bryan Kohberger. Since then, news has also emerged that she had previously represented the father and stepmother of Madison Mogan, one of the other victims in the case. So, based on this, there have been a lot of questions about conflicts of interest and how is it possible that Ann Taylor would be able to take on Bryan Kohberger's representation given these previous legal relationships that she had formed. And there's been a lot of opinions, many of them conflicting, presented as part of this coverage. Now, opinions differ frequently, especially among lawyers. But the thing about a legal opinion that's a little bit different than an opinion about, say, whether it's a nice day outside, is that there are resources that you need to rely on in order to form your opinion. The law. And what has been distinctly lacking in nearly all of the commentary that I have seen on this issue, with a few notable exceptions, is any reference whatsoever to the legal standards that actually apply to this situation.
Now, I want to stop it there because she is saying, and she's putting up articles that people are writing, and she's basically saying that people are speaking about this. They're talking about this without any legal references or background or backup. So when you spend 2 or 3 or 4 hours with a YouTube channel that goes on and on and on, or that a news report that gives you 30 minutes or an hour about this being a conflict of interest without any backup and looking into the actual laws and some of the writings that are defense attorneys have to research before they argue anything, it's a waste of your time because it's just people talking, and that wasted time you can never get back. So I agree with her here because she's done her homework on this stuff, and as would any good attorney.
So we're going to be looking at those. One of the primary concerns that I've seen expressed about this situation, which is completely understandable, is a concern that given these relationships, if Bryan Kohberger is convicted, is he going to have some basis to get his conviction overturned by arguing, she never should have taken on the case in the first place? She had these conflicts of interest. Well, guys, luckily, I am a practicing appellate criminal defense lawyer. This is exactly what I do. I look for these types of arguments to raise on behalf of criminal defendants. So I've looked at the situation pretty much the same way I would look at it if I were representing Bryan Kohberger based on the information that is available at this point in time. And so I'm going to walk you through how I evaluate this issue and reach the conclusion that no, there is nothing wrong with Ann Taylor having accepted the representation of Bryan Kohberger at the outset. No, there is no reason at this point in time that Ann Taylor would need to withdraw. And no, that quite frankly, even if there were a problem with the optics or something like that, that the standards that apply to a criminal defendant trying to raise this kind of issue are so extremely challenging that there is pretty much no possibility of any type of viable argument being raised that could potentially overturn a conviction on appeal. So let's talk about.
Okay, so she just said there is practically no chance that any appeal could result in a mistrial or anything here in this argument. The hours that people spend talking about this, I was able to get it in 8 minutes and 47 seconds. And if you looked at it really in probably 7 minutes, minus the intro and minus her setting this up. But right there, that was enough for me to just, a lot of no's. And she was very definitive and very exact in what she was saying. So lawyers don't really speak like that unless they really know what they're saying. So let's put it back on and listen to it one more time.
Is this kind of issue a problem with the optics or something like that? That the standards that apply to a criminal defendant trying to raise this kind of issue are so extremely challenging that there is pretty much no possibility of any type of viable argument being raised that could potentially overturn a conviction on appeal. So let's talk about where we're going to go. So first off, a warning, as you're about to see as we talk about the legal implications of this situation. This is not going to be something I'm going to be able to walk through and tie up with a nice tidy little bow in one short little video. No, there is a lot of ground to cover here. And so that's going to take a little time. What I'm anticipating doing is following this basic introduction to what we're going to be looking at in terms of the legal sources here, we're then going to turn to examining those legal sources in the following videos. The first source of law that's implicated here are the rules of professional conduct for the state of Idaho. Every state has rules like this that govern what the responsibilities of attorneys are and how they're required to conduct themselves in the course of their practice. There are several rules that are going to be implicated by this situation, so we're going to look at those. First off, attorneys have duties to prospective clients, people that they don't yet represent, but have to evaluate whether they can take on the representation or not. Now, of course, to understand if you have a conflict of interest or not, that's going to require you to get out. We're going to look at the rule that tells us what a conflict of interest is. That's Rule 1.7. There's also quite a bit of case law in the state of Idaho that looks at how this rule is applied in a variety of different situations. I'm going to tell you guys, most of these cases are public defender cases because this type of thing really comes up all the time when you're talking about public defenders and when you're talking about small communities. The last thing that is potentially implicated here, because Ann Taylor has withdrawn from representing Cara Kernodle, and because there's no allegation that she currently represents the parents of Madison Mogen, that was a previous representation, lawyers also have duties to former clients. So there's a rule that tells us what those are as well, and we're going to...
Joe Murray talked about this on the live stream 3 days ago about the duties, Rule 1.9, and thank you for some of you guys who put that up. I know Sergeant George and Lou put that up. 1.9, I'm going to leave it up just for a little bit so you guys can read it, but it basically talks about the duties to former clients in a couple of paragraphs. Well, about 4 paragraphs here. So I believe that this sums it up, and I'm going to let her speak on the rest of this, but I always yield to the professionals because this is not an area that I have expertise in, and I don't think many of us do. but we can educate ourselves by reading up on it, and it will make it more clear and concise for us.
Be looking at that rule. Now, the RPCs are what attorneys are going to review and evaluate when they're considering a situation that's presented itself to them, and they need to figure out what is the course of action that they need to take. They're also the standards that are going to be applied by the State Bar Association if the bar is considering any kind of disciplinary action against an attorney based on an allegation that the attorney has not lived up to their professional responsibilities. But in and of themselves, the RPCs don't give criminal defendants the right to raise issues on appeal. That arises from the Sixth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which guarantees the accused in a criminal case the right to assistance of counsel. So in the final video on this topic, we're going to be looking at the Sixth Amendment standard and what that would require Bryan Kohberger to show if he was going to try to raise this issue as justifying throwing out his conviction or getting a new trial.
This is what I like about her. She's thorough. She is right to the point. And that second video that will probably come out shortly, I'll be sharing that with you guys as well. And I'm hoping to have Andrea Burkhart back on live with us to discuss these two videos, because I think it's important to have us throw some questions at her in regards to the information that she shared here with us. Now, again, a lot of you guys and girls are, real smart, because you're looking at the information here, but you're also bringing up the what ifs. And there's a lot of what ifs that we could bring up all day long. But I think that this 8 minute and 47 second video is a great start for us to realize that this conflict of interest here in this case, or that people are speaking about, does not exist. And the attacks and the conversations about Ann Taylor acting in an non-professional manner, I don't think are warranted. Based on what I'm learning here and getting educated from Peter Tragos, Joe Murray, and Miss Burkhart. So that being said, I wanted to segue to some of the points that she mentions here, right? I want you guys to stick with me on this, because this is a little bit of a change of pace. I want you guys to understand, okay, and I'm using News Nation as an example, because the News Nation interview of Cara Northington, that's Xana Kernodle's mom, birth mom, her biological mom, it pissed me off so badly. I felt like she was used so harshly by the news, and it was probably the producers that pushed it. And Ashley Banfield has a job to do. But on December 3rd, 2022, News Nation's Banfield puts out Cara Northington on the air, and the title of this video. Let me just get my light so I can see what I'm looking at here. The title of the video on December 3rd. Now, these murders occurred November 13th, so it was not even a month into this thing. On December 3rd, 2022, News Nation puts up a title, Denise Northington, mother of Idaho slain student, speaks for the very first time. So I want to put this up. I'm not, in this video on December 3rd, she does not show, Banfield does not show Cara Northington on the air. She purposely does not put Cara Northington on the air. Her face, she puts her audio. But there were plenty of other people for her to interview, because there was no perpetrator in custody. There was no gag order. And the media had a full feeding frenzy on police chiefs, police, state police spokesman, the spokeswoman for Moscow police, the lieutenants, the captain, the chief, everybody and anyone was fair game on December 3rd. So she decides, or her producer decides, not to put Cara Northington's face on the air and put her on for a reason. What do you think that reason is? I'm asking you the question. I'm presenting the question to you. And I'll let you listen just to a little bit of this, because this doesn't exploit Cara Northington. She put her full title of her name, Cara Denise Northington. But let's listen to this. This is December 3rd. And then I'll fast forward to January 25th. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because Andrea Burkhart was, I believe, referencing parts of this and many other news outlets that are highlighting a conflict of interest that doesn't exist. So let's listen to this. This is from December 3rd. If some of the mods could put this in the chat, News Nation Banfield from December 3rd, 2022. If you could put that in the chat, I would appreciate that.
Xana Kernodle's mom, Cara Denise Northington, is on the phone with me now. Cara, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Can I just ask you off the bat how you are getting by in this terribly sorrowful time?
Not very easily, not good. I mean, I don't know what to say to that.
I can't even imagine the pain that you and your family are going through. Have the police been helpful to you, Cara, to understand some of the things they can and can't say?
Honestly, no. Honestly, no. They haven't said anything. I learn more on the news and on TV than they have said to me.
Have you had a chance to talk with some?
All right. I'm not playing that whole thing. I'm doing it to give you guys a little reference. She didn't put her on because Cara Northington probably did not appear or was in the same shape as she was in January 25th, December 3rd. There's not probably a big change in her appearance, but they decided to do the right thing and not put her on, to just have her talk with audio. But now fast forward to to January 25th of 2023, when there's nobody to interview because there's a gag order. You can't talk to the police. You can't talk to the prosecutor. You can't talk to anybody that's intertwined with the case. Now, don't get confused. Cara Northington is not a part of the gag order. But it's in her best interest to not speak to the media in case she's ever subpoenaed to talk during the trial, which I'm not sure. I think there's a low probability that she would be subpoenaed to talk during the trial. But some of the other parents, as you heard, Steve Gonzalez, you would hear him speaking all the time with his attorney. That attorney is not allowed to speak anymore. And you won't hear much from other family members because of this gag order, because they don't want to taint the case. They don't want to mess up justice for their child, for their sons and daughters. So I'm going to set up fast forward to January 25th of this year, this month. Again, I'm not playing it to show her. I'm just going to play it to let you guys hear how she talks about the attorneys.
And what about just the...
Hold on. Let me get the right video before. I'm probably just going to play the audio of this. Let me set it up. All right, here it is.
attorneys.
And this
There
is
have
this is Banfield talking about a conflict of interest. So I'm going to show her, but when the part comes, when Cara comes on, I'm going to take it off. So here is just January 23rd, January 25th, 2023. Not even a month, well, over a month. Fast forward from the December 3rd, 2022 interview.
There have been conflicts of interest with attorneys for far less than this. I mean, let me give you an example. If you think that perhaps some point you want to divorce your spouse and you have a conversation with a couple of lawyers, your spouse can no longer retain any of those lawyers just because you had a conversation. So this woman, Cara Northington, whose daughter was violently murdered in Idaho, one of the Idaho 4, those 4 students killed in Moscow at the University of Idaho. She is now facing the reality that the person she trusted most with 4 of her cases is now representing her daughter's accused killer. Here's that conversation.
So, Cara, what was your first reaction when you learned that your former attorney is representing the man accused of killing your daughter?
I want you to hear this because she's leading her into believing that there is, in fact, a conflict of interest. Now, there's argument that Banfield is an attorney. I know her bio is available online. You could look at it. She went to school. She went to college in California. I don't have the particulars right in front of me. I should probably have it, but I don't have it. But whatever the case may be, forget about all of that. Whether she has, she studied to become an attorney, whatever she did, she's now a news journalist, and the onus is on her to be ethical, and for her to lead this woman and just to get that story going and get everybody to go, ooh, I didn't like it. And then she doubled down and did a video saying why she did it, that she was trying to give her a voice.
Oh, hell no.
All right, so I'm going to play the audio. You're going to have to look at my face during this audio because I'm not going to put the mom on here. But she leads her down this road of, I'm your friend and I'm here to help you.
Attorney is representing. What was your first reaction when you learned that your former attorney is representing the man accused of killing your daughter?
I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken because I trusted her. She pretended that she was wanting to help me, and to find that out that she's representing him, I can't even convey how betrayed I feel.
Have you had a chance to speak with her about this?
No, I haven't spoken with her. I found out through a friend who found it on Reddit.
So, you found out through a friend through social media. You weren't notified by Ann Taylor, your attorney, herself?
Right now.
And have you tried to reach out to her?
No, I just found out today, literally. So, yeah.
So, just so many thoughts. It's so incredible that there is this connection. Are you going to try to fight this at all?
She can't fight it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Exploitation 101. I'm not going to go anymore with this. Ugh. God. So, conflict of interest or lack thereof. According to the professionals, the people who are in this business, there's no conflict of interest. Again, December 3rd, 2022, there was plenty of people to speak to. And News Nation didn't want to put Cara Northington on the air. They wanted her audio for the oohs and ahs of the title. Cara Denise Northington, mother of Idaho's slain student, speaks for the very first time. And now I'll have to go back here so I can get her off the screen. But I'll show you the title of the fast forward video. And this is the picture. If she was going to play that video and talk with her, this is what she should have showed the whole time, even though it doesn't depict her current condition. But look at the title, Idaho Victim's Mom. I'm highlighting it. Heartbroken by defense lawyers switch. Can you guys see that? Idaho Victim's Mom. Heartbroken by defense lawyers switch. Banfield live. Ugh. Gross.
Oh, hell no.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Say it how you feel it, right? I put this in a post in my very last video that I did on this conflict of interest. So in my very first video, which is from 3 days ago, I made a pinned comment and I gave both of these scenarios. I gave you food for thought. Hold on, I'm going to find it. Whoever finds it before me gets a prize. My pinned comment. Hold on. I'm going to find it. All right, here it is. All right, I'm going to show it. Here it is. I beat anybody to it. All right, so I'm showing the live stream, but let me go full screen with it. So right here, I'll highlight the comment for you guys. It says, food for thought. I pinned this 2 days ago. Food for thought here. Banfield in the past has had Cara Northington on once before during this case last month and didn't show her, just played her audio because back then they had so much to talk about and so many people to interview. But now that there's a gag order and they have limited a pool of people who they can interview, so they threw her out there for their own gain. And here's the video. Take a look for yourself. They choose not to show her then, and fast forward to 125-23, they make a different decision. Why did they make that decision? RDNC likes to do. Hey, listen, man, I don't get a chance to I feel that this is an educational channel. We educate you guys on crime scene and evidence collection and what goes on from our professional standpoints, right? But I'm here with you guys, just like you guys are all watching this. And when I see something like this, that's so blatant and so out there, and then just by a show of hands, who I see Sleuthy is here and Jennifer Nobles and Dawn Marie. There they are. And Sweet One. Karen Cole, my good friend, Legal Minded Friends from UK is here. Everybody go subscribe to her channel. She helps me tremendously behind the scenes. Lou says I'm spot on. But I don't get a chance to point this out because my live streams, generally speaking, are from the educational standpoint. This one started out with Andrea Burkhart giving us an education on law and whether Bryan Kohberger's attorney and Taylor, if there's a conflict of interest, that is there a conflict of interest or is there not? So we heard from Andrea Burkhart. Andrea laid it out on the line in one video. There's going to be a second video that's coming out. And when that second video comes out, I'm going to bring it to you. Hopefully I can bring it to you with her. So let me know what you guys think. But that video that I posted, that pinned comment, was just 2 days ago. I thought it was 3 days ago. It was on January 26th, one day after Banfield decided to put Miss Cara Northington on her show and show her. I mean, I love Bryan Enton, and I like a lot of the other reporters on News Nation, with the exception of maybe one other I'm not really too fond of. But Banfield just kind of went down on my list. She's on my short list now. Terrible, you know. I don't think anybody should be questioning or asking about victims who were brutally stabbed to death in their homes and visiting. I don't think anybody should be questioning their families or surviving relatives, anything about them. How dare us? Why do we need to know about their families and their loved ones? Put yourself in their shoes. Thunderhorse, thank you for the $5 super chat. If there's a lawyer who has a POA of Xana's mom, is that not a conflict of interest? He said there is not. And that POA, Andrea Burkhart, and the lawyer Peter Tragos, knows about it, and it's not. People are going to grab at straws, and they're going to be trying to justify what their feelings. I remember in the beginning of this show, I said we can't go based on our heart and our feelings. We have to go based on the facts and the law. Court proceedings do not commence based on feelings. They commence based on law and case law. So these decisions don't get made because people's heart hurt or people feel like this is not right. So the sooner we realize that, the sooner we won't be upset by this. Because you can't let your emotions get in the way of justice. The wheels of justice are going to roll. They're going to continue to go. Once they start, and it's already started, it's going to continue to go. All right, let's do something cool because I'm going to wrap it up in a little bit. Who wants to become a channel member? If you do, one thing, Lieutenant Pete Pranzo, good to see you. Thank you for joining, Lieutenant Pete. One thing, you have to give it a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up. Number two, you got to be subscribed to the channel, and you got to follow me on one social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. It's all one word, DutyRon. So make sure you're following me on social media on one of those platforms. If you want to follow me on multiple, that's fine. Subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. We're at 426. After we get to over 500, I will give away 10 1-month free memberships. You got to be in it to win it. So you got to do those three things that I ask you. Give the thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Most of you are already subscribed. And follow me on one piece of social media. One word, DutyRon. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. If one of the mods could just put in the social media link, if one of my great mods could just put in social link, I think I could do it. I think. All right. Emily, good to see you. Thank you. Open your gift settings under the join membership link. Click yes. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And put a 1 in the chat if you're interested in becoming a channel member. I'm waiting for the 500, at least 500 thumbs up. I think we have 1,000 people somewhere around that here. So with those 1,000 people, everybody just take a moment now to give it a thumbs up. I'm waiting for these couple of thresholds to be met, and then we'll give 10 memberships out. And if you put a 1 in the chat, you're on the list. Get on the list. You got to be in it to win it, right? This is like lottery. This is like lotto. You got to be in it to win it. All right, 486. We're getting there. We're getting there, girls and boys. Let me give you a quick. That's a couple of things. I'm not going to do the gunshot. I'll give you the oh hell no, because this is one of the favorites. Everybody loves this oh hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Hey, bud, what's your problem?
There's another good one. Hey, bud, what's your problem?
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Yeah, I'll say.
What are you people? On dope?
Mr. Hand. All right, we're at 500. Let's do it. Who's interested in a we're going to give out 10 memberships right here. I love to give back. I like to give back. Here we go. Who's going to win? You got to be in it to win it. A lot of number ones in the chat. All right, there it goes. I got to slow it down to see who won. All right, there's one right there. Hey, chat, stop. All right, so Kitty KU was gifted a membership. Tracy Leonard gifted a membership. Congratulations. Nikki Bella was, that's a great person right there. Nikki Bella. She's always here. She was gifted a membership. Nikki Bella, congratulations. Who else? Newfie Mom was gifted a membership. Xana was gifted a membership. TM Hammer was automatically deleted by Dawn Marie. Thank you, moderators. That's pretty funny. Emily is welcoming. Emily is my very first channel member, by the way. Emily is congratulating all the new members. Did I miss anybody? I love to give stuff away. It's fun. Mary was gifted a membership. Newfie Mom. I think I got everybody. All right. So that was fun. Hey, if we can get the thumbs up to over, well, what are we at? 530 right now? Let's make it at if another 100 thumbs up come in, I will do 10 more. And if not, we'll just wrap it up. We'll wrap it up. But listen, let's circle back. I'm going to keep an eye on when it hits 6:30, whatever, 6:33. Let's not forget that the news has a job to do, and the job is to tell a story. The job is to get an interview. At what cost is it to get that interview? That's questionable sometimes, right? But most news people, like Bryan Enton is the senior national correspondent for News Nation. The guy has high standards. He's a class act. He's unbelievably, he pays attention. If something's not verified, he said it right here on this channel. If he can't get verification of something, he won't report on it. JB from WFLA Now, he's the same way. The guy's got ethics. The guy is a stand-up person. But there's always news producers that are behind these people. There's always bigger bosses that push them to do things. It's up to them to say no. And sometimes if you say no, it means your job. You know? So, listen, I'm a moderator for WFLA. You know? But I think Banfield just made a bad decision. That was a bad decision. I'm going to highlight this comment because it comes from an attorney in the UK, my good friend Karen. Was Banfield given the short end of the stick and told to do it? If somebody told her to jump off a bridge, would she jump? No. So we all have the power to say no, no matter what. If you're in a job that puts you in a position that goes against your moral compass and your code of ethics, your own personal code of ethics, if somebody asks me to break that, You know what I tell them?
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
And I give them the middle finger and I say, sit and spin. And I don't do it. Sleuthy Goosey is sending me at DutyRon. I have to go and search for this comment now because it's a good one. So let me see if I can find it. I can't find it. I'm scrolling back. What is it, Sleuthy? All right, we're almost close to an hour. I was going to do a couple of call-ins, right? I wanted to get a couple of people to call in, but we're running out of time. And I wanted to keep it about this conflict of interest and what we're talking about, right? Oh, okay, right. All right, gotcha. Thank you, Team Brittany. Thank you. Thank you for reeling it in. All right, we're almost there. We're at 578. As soon as we break 630, I'll do a couple more free memberships. I'm excited to give these out. But thank you for that. Thank you. I thought that there was something in the chat, somebody with that screen name. Frankie Hopkins says, I love it when you preach. I love what you preach. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you. That's my son's name, so I like that name, Frankie. Good morning, Rosie B. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Heather, whatever, great to see you. Sasha Johnson, always here. Sergeant George, Susie Chapstick. The list goes on and on. Carol is here. F y'all. Carol, F y'all. Carol.
Oh, hell no.
F y'all. Good to see you. Thank you. Love from Ontario, Canada. And guys, if you're not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Urban Infidel, thank you for being here. Give this video a thumbs up, share it out onto your social media platform. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I got to go and watch some football. I know it's already started and I'm a little bit late, but my team is not in there. Sharon, good to see you down in Florida. Thank you for joining. Hey, if you're new and just first subscribing, couple of live streams, if you're relatively new, let me know in the chat if you're new, just by saying new in the chat. I'd love to acknowledge the new folks coming in. Eddie T says, great show. Thank you. Best screen name. Folks are saying hi. There's the footballs. Jacqueline, thank you. Are they televising Sincere and Classic? That's unknown, and it's up to the judge. I don't know. And tomorrow is the 30th. We don't even know if the trial is going to commence. Is jury selection going to commence tomorrow? We're going to wait and see, but I'll be looking at that closely. Jennifer Nobles is going to give me whatever information she can get. She's boots on the ground in Bakersfield. So let me see how many people are new. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Not new today, but kind of new. Kel, good to see you and welcome. Always great to have new friends hanging out. There's Ed Wallace. Ed Wallace is checking in. Pork Chop is saying hi. Pork Chop. And I wonder if Pork Chop's significant other is applesauce. Screen name. Pork Chop and then applesauce. I don't know. Just a thought. All right. 598 thumbs up. I don't think we're going to reach 600. We're at the 54-minute mark, so I'm going to wrap it up. Anybody have any questions about conflict of interest? I think we answered it with Andrea Burkhart. I want you guys to all go over to her channel and subscribe to her channel. I'm going to hit Crime on a Dime says, and bacon. You can't have pork chops and applesauce without a little bit of bacon, according to her. Hello, Newbie 2015. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so we didn't hit the mark. I'm sad. It's not always that I get to not give away, and we usually hit that mark. We didn't hit the 630, so I'm gonna unfortunately have to give them away on the next live stream. We'll do it maybe next time. Ed Wallace is in the chat. You guys can all say hi to Ed. We love him. He's going to be on the road. He's going out on tour again. Sweet Rockin' Robin says bacon makes everything better unless you're a vegan, and then bacon does not make anything better. Diana says I see 622 on my end. Oh, Did we hit it? Did we hit it? Did we hit? Jacqueline says we love you. Love you right back. Thank you. Thank you. So it looks like Ed Wallace just came in the chat and teased all of us and left. Oh, come on, Ron. Give a few more away. Press the like button, says Richie. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Brianna. Thank you for joining. Yeah, Ed's going out on tour again, but he has a job to do. Ed is busy man. But guess what? This is the dedication that Ed Wallace has. He's going to bring his mic and his camera, and he'll be in a foreign country available to go live with us. So Ed is going to do what he can. You're at 650, says Barbara Ann. Are you kidding me? That is awesome. Hey, Cecilia Nona. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. We all love Ed. We all love Ed. And guess what? Ed loves us. He loves the chat. He loves to engage. He loves to answer questions because guess what? Ed is a teacher. He teaches. You know, so when you guys question him and you guys send questions to him, he freaking loves that because he's a teacher, you know? So it's good stuff. All right, let's do it. I promised some 10 more memberships. Okay, again, put a 1 in the chat if you want a membership and hashtag DutyRon. So there's the two things you got to do. Press the 1 and the hashtag DutyRon. Wait a minute, hold on. Sleuthy. I always enjoy Sleuthy's commentary. I need an update into Ed's research, ISP forensics limits. Hey, put it in the comment down below in the comments underneath this video. I guarantee you he'll answer it. Ed is a sharp dude. He's on it. He's always watching the comments. All right, there's the number 1 and DutyRon. They're coming in. Some people are spelling it wrong. Some people are just quickly. I could just picture people here. I'm going to take my wireless keyboard. This is what I see. Oh, shit. I got to get that hashtag 1, DutyRon and 1. Let me get that in there quick so I don't get shorted. I love it. Thank you, guys. All right, here we go. Gift and memberships. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's rock and roll. Bingo. So there you go. Let's see who got them. This is 20 memberships so far on this live stream that we gifted out. It's a way to pay it forward. All right, let's see. Who got it? Shari, Nevada, Pup. She's got one. That's a great gift right there. She's a very, very loyal Crime Time with DutyRon subscriber. Plant Lover got one. Who else? Jen P. Congratulations, Jen. Kate D'Agostino was gifted a membership. Eddie T. That's another great one right there. Well deserved. Eddie T. Congratulations. Thunder Whores. I'm going to just say Thunder Horse instead of horse. Gifted a membership. Plant Lover. Let me go forward. See who else. Congratulations to all the new members. Yeah, I don't think we can hit 1,000 because someone just said that in chat. Let's hit 1,000 and we'll do it. So yeah, excellent. Let me look at the chat. Sleuthy's putting skull heads in the chat. TM Hammer says, I wasn't deleted. I wasn't. Look at me now, Mom. No hands. All right. So that's all I got for you today. I just wanted to spend a little extra time. The second half with the media ethics, I uploaded a couple of shorts with Bryan Enton. He talked about online sleuthing and YouTube channels reaching out and contacting some of the victims of families, some of the victims' families. So if you haven't watched those shorts that I uploaded today, YouTube shorts, make sure you go over and check out my YouTube shorts page. There's a whole bunch of them that I uploaded onto YouTube. And I did a poll So let me go over to the poll that I did, because I want to see what you guys think. I asked you on a public poll. I said, do you enjoy YouTube Shorts? Right. So let me show this full screen. So I said, do you enjoy YouTube Shorts feature? It's a different way to highlight important points of longer videos. Yes, I love shorts. Keep doing it. No, I do not like shorts. I like smaller amounts of shorts. So 32% of you guys say you love the shorts. Keep doing them. 29%, which is a lot. I was surprised that there was 29% says, I do not like shorts. And then 39%, almost 40% said, I like a small amount of shorts. So essentially 39% and 32% love the shorts and like a small amount of shorts, SHORTS. So shorts are YouTube's way of pushing out YouTube content creators to a vast pool of people. And in February, coming in another couple of short days, we're going to be doing more of these shorts. So I'm going to be putting them out. Thunder Whores says that I do like your shorts. Thank you. I don't wear Bermuda shorts. Only when I go to Bermuda do I put those on. But yeah, YouTube shorts. I was just concerned that people didn't like them. But Randy, thank you so much for the super sticker. Randy W Plays sends in a $5 super sticker, looking spiffy with the vest and the hat. Thank you for your support. Appreciate that. Yeah, I put my Bermuda shorts on. I've visited Bermuda on several occasions. Beautiful place. The Average Savage says, I wish I would have gotten a free membership. I mean, I think everybody wishes they would have gotten it. I can't drag this thing out and do more because we're over an hour now. So I got to end this and get on with my life. I want to go watch the football game and hang out with the missus and so forth. Tomorrow is my son's 30th birthday. So everybody wish my son, Ronnie, same name as me. Ron is my first name. My oldest, my firstborn, is going to be 30 years old tomorrow. So wish Ronnie a happy birthday. We had a great dinner last night with him and my family. I celebrated his 30th birthday on Saturday night. Tomorrow is the official day. So happy birthday, son. I love you. And I'm so proud to be your dad. What a great kid. What a great young man. I'm blessed. So thank you so much. All right, guys, as I always like to end these things, God bless the world. God bless the United States of America. God bless each and every one of us here in the chat, but especially all victims of crime and their families across the globe, not just the United States, across the globe. We send strength, prayers, and positive vibes because we never know what they're going through. We never know what people are going through. So let's be kind. Reach out to somebody. Be nice to someone. Try being nice to somebody that you don't know one time, and it's an experience you'll never forget, and you'll continue, hopefully, to do that. Be nice to complete strangers. It's empowering. I do it on a regular basis. I do it all the time. Those of you who know me know I do that. See you on the next one. Peace and love from Crime Time with DutyRon. Thank you for watching.